With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 4 of 4.
Etc.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
For every expert that says one thing, you can find another couple of experts that say the complete opposite. So where do you draw the line? You draw the line from within, from yourself. Think rationally, do your own research.
Please stay with us to enjoy this illuminating Congress.
It's a special and crucial time to be alive. I hope you vote for foods of kindness, compassion, and respect, and boycott the all foods of violence, oppression, and suffering. What you put on your plate daily votes for either system. Jade Tamara St. Clair, vegan.
Today's program will be presented in English and Aulaxese, also known as Vietnamese, with subtitles in Arabic, Aulaxese, Chinese, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Korean, Mongolian, Persian, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Thai, and Ukrainian or Uranian. Xin chào quý vị khán giả thương mến. Chúc quý vị có một ngày tốt lành. Tôi là Quang Minh. Người Phù Lá Hòa Thuận cầu nguyện rằng mọi người chuyển sang lối sống thuần chay, nhân từ như một biện pháp ngăn chặn biến đổi khí hậu để mùa màng bội thu. Người Phù Lá là một trong những nhóm dân tộc đặc biệt của Việt Nam, còn được biết là Âu Lạc, sống ở các bản làng trên núi cao thuộc các tỉnh miền Bắc như Lào Cai, Hà Giang, Sơn La và Lai Châu. Từ thời xa xưa, họ đã trồng lúa, đậu, ngô và rau củ ở những vùng cao này. Người Phù Lá nổi tiếng với nghề đan lát, rổ giá và những hàng mây tre đẹp mắt khác của họ được trao đổi, mua bán với các nhóm dân tộc khác trong khu vực. Tính cộng đồng cao, nếp sống ôn hòa là đặc điểm nổi bật của người Phù Lá. Bà con lối xóm giúp đỡ nhau vào lúc thu hoạch mùa màng. Gia đình nào gặp khó khăn thì được ưu tiên giúp đỡ. Các chủ đề cao thượng và công chính về sức mạnh cái thiện thắng cái ác đã đi sâu vào các chuyện truyền thống và dân gian của họ. Dân tộc Phù Lá cũng là những người hiếu nghĩa, tôn kính tổ tiên. Họ cũng cầu nguyện tổ tiên phù hộ cho mùa màng bội thu và cuộc sống ấm no. Y phục truyền thống của cả phụ nữ lẫn nam giới đều rất đặc sắc và độc đáo, được trang trí bằng những hạt thủy tinh và hoa văn hình học. Phụ nữ cũng mặc những chiếc tạp dề duyên dáng với các họa tiết màu sắc. Người Phù Lá thích âm nhạc, thích ca hát và chơi nhạc cụ như sáo tre và sáo mũi. Vào tháng 12 năm 2010, Đại hội Trường Chay Trung Đông lần đầu tiên được tổ chức tại Trung tâm Triển lãm Quốc tế Dubai. Công chúng được mời tham gia trong việc khám phá tương tác về lối sống thuần thực vật. Được tổ chức bởi nhóm ăn chay hoặc MEVEG Trung Đông. Ủng hộ bởi Cuộc Triển lãm Sản phẩm Thiên nhiên và Hữu cơ Trung Đông 2010 và được tán thành bởi giới thẩm quyền y tế Dubai của các tiểu vương quốc Ả Rập Thống Nhất. Hội nghị công hiến 2 ngày thảo luận, hoạt động và trình chiếu băng hình với chuyên gia từ khắp nơi trên thế giới cùng với các món ăn chay phục hồi sức sống. Thêm vào đó, Ngài Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư Thuần Chay đặc biệt được mời để nói chuyện qua cầu truyền hình trực tiếp về ăn thuần chay, chọn thực phẩm bền vững môi trường. Theo sau là phần vấn đáp với các tham dự viên và phần khai trương ấn bản tiếng Ả Rập của cuốn sách bán chạy nhất quốc tế, Những chú chim trong đời tôi, đã được bán hết trước khi ra mắt sách. Những chú chim trong đời tôi do công ty United Printing and Publishing xuất bản, một chi nhánh của công ty Abu Dhabi Media hoặc ADMC sở hữu bởi chính phủ của Abu Dhabi.
MEVEG, go green to save the planet, yo!
Bây giờ, xin mời quý vị cùng xem phần 33 của buổi hội thảo tựa đề Đại hội Trường Chay Trung Đông hoặc MEVEG lần thứ nhất được tổ chức tại thành phố Dubai ở các tiểu vương quốc Ả Rập Thống Nhất vào ngày mùng 7 tháng 12 năm 2010 với Anastasia. Trường Chay sẽ giải thích tầm quan trọng của việc chúng ta tự thực hiện nghiên cứu liên quan đến chế độ ăn uống.
And now I'd like to invite Anastasia, and she's going to share how we can actually do our own little research, because we can't be dependent on asking questions or attending forums. We have to do some of it, so it's going to be really interesting. And a little bit of information about Anastasia. She's an audio engineer, former librarian, IT developer and consultant, blogger, bookworm, the organizer of the Twit Book Club, a book club with a new angle on reading and discussing a variety of books. She has been a vegetarian for over a decade and, like many, turned to the lifestyle after serious health issues. Anastasia wears many hats. It would be an understatement. A bachelor's degree in IT from Wollongong in Dubai. She is also a certified English teacher, and she holds an audio engineering diploma. And she's enjoyed producing a lot of live events. And currently, Anastasia is working on her second bachelor's degree. Wasn't it enough? You had quite a lot on your plate, Anastasia?
Never enough.
And this one is in mass communication, media journalism. And she's also working on her business degree in Intel Business, juggling 2 universities, book club, various research. My God, I don't know how you find time for yourself, really. So let's welcome Anastasia.
Thanks. Okay, so I'll be talking about why doing your own research is an important thing, especially when it comes to choosing your own diet, because it is an important thing. You're not buying a car. Although when you are buying a car, you think about it, most of us, we do actually research it. We go online, we talk to our friends, we, read magazines maybe, and we choose a car. We don't walk into the shop and say, okay, give me the car that this guy just walked off with. So why is it when it comes to diet, some of us are very quick to listen to just 1 or 2 people and then say, yeah, I'm gonna stay eating meat or I'm gonna switch vegetarian. Now I know on the guide, I'm labeled as a techie, which I thought was pretty funny in a way, because I think of myself more as a lifelong student, hence the whole research aspect of things. I fell in love with research when I was working as a librarian because, you see so many people there reading books. First of all, what exactly is a diet? Can any of you define a diet? Can we get a mic out there to somebody? Can anybody define a diet? What do you think a diet is?
Nourishment, something that nourishes.
Okay.
Anybody else? Diet? How do you define a diet? Yes?
All those things we put into our stomach.
Anybody else? Diet. What's your diet? What's your perception of a diet? Anybody? We have a volunteer here.
A well-balanced meal for the day.
Great. Anybody else? Yes, Cynthia. Oh,
I was just going to say a structure, a particular structure that we go by to eat.
All right. So actually, when we hear the word diet, some of us go, oh God, hide me. I got to lose the weight because I need to get into the little dress to go out or whatever. So you have to cut out your food. You have to watch what you eat. But the truth is, it's not all about calories. Look at the French people. They eat a lot of fatty foods, but they don't exactly have problems with weight, do they? Diet is something that's long-term. It's not something that's only for 1 or 2 weeks. The common problem here is that most of us, especially the ladies, the ones that have to get into that little dress, they're thinking, okay, I need to lose 10 kilograms. Let's cut out all the meat, cut out everything. Let me just have 1 glass of water a day. I know that's a bit extreme, but fine. 2 weeks go by, they lose the weight. What happens when they get off the diet? They go back to their normal ways, their weight comes back. Most of the time, the weight comes back with a little bit more interest than the 10 kilograms that they initially wanted to lose. Why? Because they're under the impression of, well, I was on a diet, I deserve a little something, like a chocolate, maybe another one, maybe some ice cream. Yesterday, this was mentioned. Our diet is the most intimate connection to Earth. Ground yourself with the diet. At the end of the day, an ideal diet is something that works for you. A diet is not something where you have to force yourself to essentially cut out the foods that you don't need. It has to be something that you want to do. Have you ever noticed that most of the people who go vegetarian are people who have actually had a serious health issue? I'll give you an example of what happened yesterday. Somebody mentioned that to lead a healthy life, you have to eat meat at least a couple of times a week. I went to a nutritionist a few years ago. She told me the same thing. She said, "You're vegetarian? Oh my God, that's crazy. That's the easiest way to kill yourself." I'm like, well, how is that possible? Here is an expert telling me that, sorry, you have to eat meat. But on the other hand, if you look at the people in India, for instance, who are, quite a huge amount of them are vegetarians, they're healthy, relatively, and they're one of the smartest cultures out there. Why is that? And our very own MC had health issues before she's gone vegan. That is a real-life example. She's cut out all the meat, she's gone vegan. Her health issues have decreased. So are you telling me that I should trust the word of an expert over a real-life example in front of me? Unfortunately, some of us do end up trusting experts more, but a bit more on that later. Did you know that there is actually over 400 diets out there? That's insane. You've got the Atkins diet, that's one of the popular ones. You've got the Fit for Life diets, fresh fruits, etc. You've got the Zone diet, you've got the South Beach diet, you've got the Aki Berry diet, which was actually made popular by Oprah because she mentioned it on her show. She's like, oh my God, I lost all this weight because I went on this diet. And I'm gonna talk about the media effects of TV hosts and how they affect our minds as well. Has anybody heard of the tapeworm diet? No? Okay, basically, it's a diet where you eat one of these guys and you don't have to exercise, you don't have to do anything, you can eat whatever the heck you want and it'll just take it all inside and that's it, you're gonna be thin. This was made popular by Tyra Banks last year. Actually, it was made popular by somebody else before her, but she really came up on that subject again. Basically, you eat a parasite. Would you want a parasite in your stomach, even if it's to lose weight? That's like saying, okay, you've got a cold. I can give you cancer. It'll cure your cold, but, you never know how long you're gonna, with the cancer, maybe you've got a year or two. No thanks, I think I'll stick with the cold. I don't know about you guys. Unfortunately, quite a few people have actually gone through with eating one of these parasites in an effort to lose weight. Sadly, most of them have been women. There's a little video that's actually on the tapeworm diet specifically.
Darlene had a problem. She was fat. She tried everything to lose weight. The cabbage diet, the grapefruit diet, even the chocolate diet. Nothing worked until...
I'm telling you, Louise, I think I'm onto something here. I swallowed tapeworms.
Tapeworms are one of the classes of flatworms that are entirely parasitic, and they usually live as adults in different types of vertebrates, reptiles and mammals.
Darlene had gone online and ordered tapeworm larvae from Venezuela. She swallowed it, and soon enough her little diet friend had set up shop in her small intestine and began feeding on anything Darlene ate. It was a good deal. The fatter the tapeworm grew, the skinnier Darlene became.
I'm already down 4 dress sizes and counting. You should totally try it.
You shouldn't consume any worms, any parasitic worms, for the purposes of losing weight, because it's just not a good strategy.
Not a good strategy unless you want to jeopardize your health. Darlene's tapeworm grew to an incredible length, over 20 feet long, and it was sucking the very life out of its host. But eventually the worm turned, or reproduced until Darlene's body was completely infested with tapeworms.
Not so good, actually. Just not feeling so hot.
When the larvae do bore through the intestinal wall and gets distributed through the circulatory system to the liver or the lungs or even the brain, it's going to affect the function of one of those organs. And it certainly has led to death of individuals.
How much did I lose? 60 pounds.
Darlene finally fitted into a size 8 dress. Too bad she wore it at her own funeral.
Now, obviously, that was a dramatic reenactment, but this was on a program called 1,000 Ways to Die. This was way number 743. But it shows exactly how TV show hosts, as well as magazines and popular people, can actually change your opinion in terms of, well, I should go and do this. Although Oprah has millions of followers, so does Tyra Banks. A lot of people believe what they say without actually going on the internet or talking to experts or talking to anybody else and saying, well, should I really do this? In the case of the tapeworm diet, the risks far outweigh the benefits. Because, I mean, seriously, if you're going, well, I don't have to do anything, I can just eat a little worm and it'll do all the work for me. I don't have to exercise, I don't have to do anything. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? And what's the saying? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So, why research? Millions of us are constantly bombarded with messages on a daily basis. Some of the messages contradict each other. We've heard a few of those during the past few days. So where do you draw the line of whether what's good for you, what's good for somebody else? I mean, every day there is a study that's coming out now. New studies show all food's bad for you. Every time you read a newspaper, so-and-so food is bad for you. A few weeks later, you read, possibly even in the same paper, you read studies that says exact opposite. For every expert that says one thing, you can find another couple of experts that say the complete opposite. So where do you draw the line? You draw the line from within, from yourself. You have to think rationally. You have to do your own research. Don't trust anybody who says anything. Don't take their word for it. Don't just say, okay, because my husband, my friend, or my doctor said that, I believe it. And we do have the instinct to trust authority figures, such as experts or our parents, our husbands, our wives, whatever. We have the instinct to trust them without even questioning it. I'm not saying, rise up, let's, riot, but have a little doubt about what you're hearing. Does it make sense?
Even the little innocent children would hate you for killing, maiming their parents, and burning their homes. Are you happy?
Quý khán giả yêu hòa bình, chúng tôi cảm kích quý vị cùng xem chương trình hôm nay, Đại hội Trường Chay Trung Đông hoặc MEVEG lần thứ nhất trong tiết mục Lời Thánh Khải. Kính mời đón xem ngày mai phần 34 của buổi hội thảo đầy cảm hứng này. Tiếp theo là Moondips, thiên đường đầy nắng ở Ấn Độ Dương. Ngay sau tin đáng chú ý, mong tất cả chúng ta đi trên con đường công chính và nhân từ trong phước lành của Thượng Đế. Peace-loving viewers, We appreciate your presence today for the first Middle East Vegetarian or MEVEG Congress on Words of Wisdom. Please join us tomorrow for part 34 of this inspiring conference. Coming up next is Maldives, a sunny paradise in the Indian Ocean. Right after noteworthy news, may we all walk the path of righteousness and benevolence in the blessings of the providence.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Naše programy nabízejí více jazyků. Prosím, navštivte suprememastertv.com/schedule a suprememastertv.com/WOW